Welcome to the All-in-One Medicare Show, hosted by Charles Vasquez and Nick Basto. All-in-One Benefits Group provides you with the right resources for your business. Charles and Nick will help you get ready to sell clientele management and stay in the know with insurance plans, policies, and procedures. On to the show.
What's up, guys? Thanks for tuning in.
Hey guys, good morning. How you guys doing? Happy Monday. I hope everything's going well. So, basically we wanted to kind of get back, and it's been a little bit. I think it's been about a week since we did our last show, right?
Yep, week and a half.
About a week and a half. So, we're back on today. Giving some news to the radio, giving some news to our social media platforms and things like that. Some good stuff, some pretty good stuff. Today we wanted to kind of go off of some of the things that you guys may be interested in finding out, the differences between, an HMO and a PPO. And I think it's important for you guys to know the difference between the two, because, one's going to help you financially, economically, and the other is going to be more of a convenient plan,
More freedom,
and it's an option for two different demographics. So it's important for you guys to know that information, and I think we're going to kick off and start with that. And before we get into that, we want to make sure that you guys know if you guys have any questions regarding this, apart from the PPO, apart from the HMO, please contact us. Nicholas.
Yeah, so at 954-614-5488. Before we start that, I want to talk about that food drive we're going to have on the 18th, which is this Saturday coming up.
Correct.
From 10 to 2.
10 to 2.
And it's a bunch of free food, so don't miss out on this, from 10 to 2. And if you want to come, please RSVP again at 954-614-5488.
And for sure, guys, you definitely want to make it, because we're doing this in the Broward County area, so we want to make sure that we're giving back to the community, which is super, super important. We know the cost of living has skyrocketed. So, fresh vegetables, it's going to be fresh, fruits, and, we're going to be doing some giveaway stuff, a raffle, and please, guys, make sure you're going to be there. 3850 Coconut Creek Parkway. Again, it's going to be 3850 Coconut Creek Parkway, Suite 3, Coconut Creek, Florida, 33066. So guys, please call, RSVP your spot. It's going to be a good Saturday morning for sure.
Let me give the number again. So 954-614-5488.
For sure.
Call RSVP.
For sure. So let's get into it. You want to go first, Nick, or you?
Yeah, I mean, there's a ton of conveniences of having the HMO. We're going to talk about in the first segment is because the saving of cost. There's a lot of saving of cost on the HMO. You do have to get a referral on the HMO side to see a specialist, but the amount of benefits that you're going to get on the HMO side are a lot higher on the PPO side, and the saving of cost. So primary care specialists, most of those visits will be at a zero copay. You won't have to pay for those things. Mm-hmm. And then even at a hospital stay, it's a low maximum out of pocket. You won't have to come out with a big bill at the end when you leave the hospital, like most plans do. On top of that, the benefits, like we touched on the first segment with Humana, for example, there's just so many rich benefits, up to $5,000 in dental benefits, $2,000 in hearing benefits. Over-the-counter things that you get, at the CVS or at the local Walmart, they're giving a ton of money they can roll over every month if you're not using it. It's just rich in benefits, and they're always changing every new year. So please call us if you have any questions, because there's a lot of new plans and a lot of new benefits on the HMO side.
For sure, that's going to be at 954.
Yeah, 954-614-5488, and it's free consultations. We don't charge anything.
For sure, and to piggyback off of that, I think it's important for you guys to know that if you're going to go for the cost savings route, just understand that it's going to be a network-based plan. So you guys have to go within a network of doctors that are participating with the carrier. So depending on who you choose with an HMO, it's very, very vital for you guys to make sure that your doctors are in network, because if they're not, unfortunately, you're going to have to come out of pocket. Okay, guys. So like I said,
or they won't even let you see them.
Exactly, or they won't let you see them. Exactly. Some doctors just say simply, "Yeah, listen, we're not
in the network.
Self-pay patients. You're not participating with us, and we just can't see you. So we want to make sure that you guys are paying attention to that. Nicholas did mention some great benefits. I mean, you hear that dental, that 5,000 dental, that hearing benefits. I mean, guys, make sure you guys are taking advantage of that. Because the PPO plans aren't we'll get to the PPO side, but they aren't offering such rich benefits. So it's a cost savings thing. Like I said, there's a bad stigma within an HMO, and we get that. And nobody wants to go through authorization, nobody wants to go through referrals. But at the end of the day, not everybody can afford the PPO option. So anybody that wants to save a couple bucks, get the HMO option. It's going to be relatively free for the most part. You are entitled to some copays, like in emergency, some diagnostic stuff, but just make sure you guys are getting that quote. So contact us 954-614-5488, get the quote, find out what exactly that you need so that we can help you find the best plan for your needs and things like that.
And we'll to piggyback on that, we'll always show you side by side, with a platform that we have that has different columns of benefits and what are the pros and cons, so it's very clear for you. We want to make sure that, one, all your doctors are in network on the HMO side. Two, your medications will be covered. Usually on the HMO side, most of the medications will be covered. The PPO side, you will have to pay a little more. But like he said from the beginning, it's just the benefits are so rich that you don't. If you're used to the HMO, if you want to look into it, please let us know, because the benefits for this new year have come out unbelievably. Another thing we didn't touch on is that there's a benefit now that's giving up to $275 a month.
That's correct.
On some HMO plans that's super rich, and you can use it in Publix, Walgreens, and Walmart.
That's correct.
Call us if you want to find out about this benefit. It's super rich. I mean, we talked about the economy too. Everything's so expensive right now. So having a benefit like that is huge, and it's every month.
For sure. And this is the reason why we're doing the food drive. So guys, we do this often, and we do this on a monthly basis. So you're getting the healthy food card, all these rich benefits, plus our agency, giving back to the community. I mean, that's one of those benefits on being part of our company, All in One Benefits Group. Not everybody does this. A lot of your insurance agents are just giving you what you need. You're not hearing from them at the end of the year. You're not having any contact with them and things like that. And these are the ways and things that we do to make sure that you guys are participating in this with us. So we thank you, and please be there, guys. It's good for you guys, and we're doing this for you. So anything to touch back, Nicholas, on the HMO side? I think is there anything that we maybe didn't touch up on the HMO side?
The transportation. Did we talk about that? All those plans have transportation. So I know some people of the older population, sometimes they don't have that transportation at a primary care office that they're at. All HMOs will be offering that.
For sure.
So that's something huge.
For sure.
Oh, also the gym membership. They get those gym membership for free. I don't think all of them, but a lot of them do. So call us if you have any questions on gym membership. That's free for all.
For sure. So if you guys are familiar with the Silver Sneaker, or the Renew Active benefit with some of these insurance plans, guys, use those benefits. It's a free gym membership at your local LA Fitness, UFit, Planet Fitness, really anything close by. So
we got a question in the audience.
Yeah, take advantage of that. We got a question?
Yes. Preventive care, if you go in to prevent sickness, is that covered 100% on these plans?
So that is covered at 100%. I think, I'm not sure if it was the former president, Barack Obama, put some type of law that all preventative care has to be covered at 100%. So, this is with all plans, PPO, this is HMO, Obamacare, any insurance plan, any preventative care is going to be covered at 100%. So we're talking about preventative colonoscopies, we're talking about preventive mammograms, your yearly physical, things like that. Anything that's preventative, you don't have a diagnosis on, it's going to be covered at 100%. Doesn't matter your deductible, doesn't matter anything like that. So guys know that. Good question. Definitely.
You spoke about deductible. The HMOs, they don't have deductibles. So you're covered right from the beginning, which is huge. That's that saving of cost that we talked about in the beginning.
For sure.
That's what's so big. And I mean, it's growing. The HMO, like you said, there's a bad stigma about it, but it's growing tremendously, especially in South Florida. People want to save costs. So
for sure. I mean,
as long as you love your primary and specialist, you're going to stick on that.
And nowadays, it's not like it used to be. I mean, HMOs, you only had like a list of maybe 10 cardiologists in the network and maybe 10. It was very limited, but nowadays it's different. Or I say nowadays it could be South Florida, but honestly speaking, everybody is participating with the big carriers. You know, if we're talking about the Aetnas, the Uniteds, the Humanas, you know, the Anthems, everybody's participating. So don't think that an HMO is not going to be able to have your doctors in network. It absolutely will. Just let us know and we'll find the plan for you.
On top of that, it's the hospitals. For example, you mentioned Humana and Aetna and United. All these hospitals in Broward County and Miami-Dade are in par. They're in network with these hospitals, so you won't have an extra copay for that. So that's huge too.
For sure.
There's a bad rap of that, you know, not having enough doctors. But like you said, I've been surprised sitting in front of some clients and the amount of doctors that they're telling me, and I'm typing them in, and they're actually all in the network. It's been pretty impressive.
So, you know, don't be scared of the HMO. It's not the HMO that it used to be back in the day. And check this out. Whether or not the hospital's in network, any emergency, you can go to any hospital. We have another question here.
They wrote in asking quality of care in HMO. For some reason, there seems to be an assumption that the quality of care, because it's HMO, is depreciated, is reduced, as opposed to the PPO. What can you say?
I think I can agree with that actually, Freddie, because, and this is, I guess, my opinion, you know, doing this, and you know, maybe Nicholas has a different view. It really depends, but I kind of do agree with you. The quality of care isn't as high, and why do I say that? Is because everything is all network based, and it's all about bringing the cost down, right? So if the costs are it's all about bringing the cost down. How can the quality be, you know, be there? So that's the difference between, I would say, between an HMO versus a PPO. Convenience, quality of care, PPO. You know, I know we're kind of jumping the gun a little bit. We'll get to the PPO side, but that is a very, very good question. Frankly, the quality of care for an HMO is a little bit less, but you know, like I said, if that's your doctor and your doctor's in the network and you want to see that doctor, you know, and they're participating with the HMO, I guess that would be kind of an irrelevant question. I would say it's more relevant if someone's looking for doctors and stuff like that, which may be the case. But you know, if you already have your doctors, just give us a call, 614-5488, and we'll make sure we'll find that for you guys.
If you're looking for doctors, it's more convenient to be on the PPO side because you're going to have a lot more options.
For sure.
But on the HMO side, like we touched on, I disagree a little bit because the network has grown so big that you're not like so limited where you can only have just this one doctor. Yeah, you're tied to one doctor, but if that doctor doesn't work out for you, since the network has grown, you can switch to another one. You're not holding beholden to that one doctor. So I understand the question, but there's still a lot more opportunity now on the HMO side because you can switch your doctor. You're not tied to them, and there's a lot more in the network.
For sure, and that's a very, very good point of what Nicholas said, to kind of tag on what I said previously. You know, before, when doctors weren't participating as often with HMOs, to my point that the quality was a lot lower, but now, like Nicholas said, everybody's participating. So the quality isn't as low as what you may think it is. So like I said, find out, give us a call. It's important to find these questions, to get the answers to these questions, 614-5488. So guys, please give us a call. Ask these questions because the HMO side is a great option, and you know, don't think that it's not. I mean, it really is a good option.
So we're gonna hit a commercial now. We'll talk to you about the PPO side when we get back.
For sure.
So thanks
Alrighty,
again.
guys, stay tuned.
Are you compromising your medical care for doctors out of your network? Are you tired of dealing with referrals to see a specialist? Are you aware that you can save up to $155 a month on your Medicare premiums? You need an all-in-one benefits company that can help with all of your Medicare plan needs. Call today, All-in-One Benefits Group at 954-614-5488. We're here to find an all-in-one plan for you. 954-614-5488. Call today for open enrollment.
You've been watching the All-in-One Medicare Show with your hosts, Charles and Nick. If you'd like to get into contact with All-in-One Benefits Group, contact 954-614-5488. Now back to the show.
And we're back, guys. Thank you guys for staying tuned into our, How do we pronounce the name of the show? All-in-One
Medicare Show.
All-in-One Medicare Show. Man, I keep forgetting the name of our show.
Because there's a ton of options, like we've talked about, and there's a lot more to talk about.
For sure. We're gonna jump in right now on the PPO, guys. The PPO is a fantastic alternative to a supplement. A lot of you guys are paying for your Medicare Part B premium, and on top of the Part B premium, you are paying for your supplement. That can cost you over $300 a month. Just to get, almost 100% coverage. Guys, a PPO option is a great alternative. You're saving a bunch of money. You're not having to pay for the supplement. And on top of that, you're paying for convenience. It's a PPO. Remember, a PPO is a network-based option, but it also has out-of-network coverage. So you can go see any doctor. As long as the doctor's willing to bill for it, you can see any doctor. It doesn't have to participate with the plan. Just make sure, like I said, you give us a call, find out your doctors, make sure what plans cover what, 954-614-5488. Again, that's 954-614-5488. Please give us a call and ask whatever questions you need to ask regarding HMOs, regarding PPOs and supplements.
I think one of the biggest things to harp on the PPO side is just the freedom.
Yep.
There's so many people that we deal with that are not happy with their primary for one reason on the HMO side because they need a referral. We encourage these members when we see them to, look at the PPO option. You don't have to deal with any more referrals. That's it. You're on your own. You see a problem, the primary care doctor sees a problem that you're dealing with. You say, okay, I'll just make my own appointments now. You don't understand the amount of people that I sit down with that they miss their appointments because they get to the specialist office and the referral's not there in time. If you're one of those people, please contact us. We'll show you these new PPO plans that have come out that are rich in benefits as well. That's another thing we need to talk about because the PPO side, the benefits are a little lower, but they've grown so much where they're offering dental, vision, and hearing, and even food per month.
Oh man, yeah.
So I think that's something we got to touch on as well. Other than no more referrals, the biggest thing is the benefits that have popped in as well.
For sure, I agree with you, Nick. And one extra point I wanted to talk about regarding, if you're on a supplement, whether it's Plan F, Plan N, Plan G. We have an insurance carrier that will even give you money towards back to your Part B premium. So for those that are paying your $164.90 Part B premium, and that are paying for your plan, let's say Plan F supplement, that's over $300 a month in premiums. You can get with a PPO. You don't have to pay for your supplement premium, and on top of that, they have a Part B give back. You can literally get Medicare for free if you're paying over $300.
Wow.
You can get Medicare for free, okay? Yes, there are some other things to take into consideration, like your doctors and medications and things like that. But if you're taking a statin, or if you're taking any high blood pressure and that's all you're taking, and you see one or two doctors and you have Medicare and a supplement, guys, call us, 954-614-5488. You're spending a ton of money, and you can have a big savings, over $300 a month, guys, just by choosing a PPO with us. So make sure you call us, 954-614-5488, and we'll get you a zero premium Medicare policy just for you. Okay?
I definitely recommend that plan for someone who's a little healthier, on the healthier side. They're new to Medicare or even older to Medicare, and they just don't see the doctor a lot. They don't see a lot of specialists. They're not taking a lot of medications, and they want the freedom. Shoot, this is the plan for you.
For sure.
You're going to save a ton of money, and you won't have to worry about your primary sending a referral.
Absolutely, it's awesome.
That's huge.
It's awesome. Maybe we can talk about some of the things that is offered through the PPO. You mentioned something about a food card. On the HMO. I think the PPO is offering the same thing.
Yeah, so I guess the PPO got jealous of the HMO and they now want to offer some food too. So there are some PPO plans that will be offering food monthly, up to $150 actually, monthly on the PPO side. So you're saving money on cost, you don't have to deal with referrals, and you'll have $150 per month on some certain plans that you can qualify for.
Absolutely.
Which is a huge help.
Absolutely. But remember, guys, that benefit you do have to qualify for. So how do you qualify? Well, we'll tell you. So just make sure you call us, 954-614-5488. Give us a call and find out if you qualify. I mean, it's 2 minutes to find out. It takes 2 seconds.
Got a question for you on the PPO side. What do you recommend when people travel a lot?
Perfect.
Do you recommend this plan?
Absolutely. So just so you know, Original Medicare does not cover international emergencies. So if you ever are into an emergency out of the country, honestly, out of the state, I mean, out of the country, it's not covered. So if you choose a PPO option, you will get a up to $50,000 coverage internationally, which is great. I mean, that's something that is not offered through Medicare. It's only offered through
Let me
a
make
PPO
this clear
option.
though. It has to be an emergency, so it can't be cosmetic, dental, vision, or hearing. It has to be something went wrong and you had to go to the hospital. You would just bring that bill back, and us as agents, we would submit it to your carrier.
For sure,
and that's a huge benefit.
For sure, and if you, it is covered. It is covered.
If there's an emergency out of the country.
Yes,
Correct.
that
So
is
if
correct.
you're on a cruise, you get sick, you end up getting COVID or all
That's
these things
correct.
that are happening.
Yep.
Medicare Advantage will cover it.
That is
They just
correct.
bring
Correct.
it back to you.
Correct.
That's
They have to
huge.
bring the proof.
Correct.
If they don't bring the proof, then we have nothing to work with.
Yeah, but still, that's tremendous. That's
Yeah,
like a
absolutely.
huge benefit to know that if heaven forbid you're elderly and you travel, you're afraid to travel because you don't think you have benefits outside of the U.S.
Correct,
You
correct.
actually will have coverage once you get treated there and you come back. You'll be reimbursed.
$25,000 to $50,000 in international coverage. I mean,
She said something really interesting. So there's actually some people right now that are buying, 2-week
Travelers.
travel insurance.
yeah.
On the HMO or PPO side, you can get that for free. You don't have
sure.
to pay for that. So I'm
sure.
actually happy you brought
So-
that up.
Because
if you
people don't
guys-
realize, I would think, I'd be
They have
afraid
it.
for my parents to go
For
away,
sure.
right? Or they're afraid because what if heaven forbid you see the cruises, the Norwalk fire, all of these
Correct.
things. You don't think you've got coverage. It's going to all come out of pocket.
Oh,
but
yeah.
it will, but you'll get reimbursed.
Exactly. Exactly.
Correct.
On cruises, it's covered? On
Yeah.
cruises? International?
Anywhere,
country.
Anywhere,
Anywhere.
out of the.
Really?
So if you guys have travelers, are paying for travel insurance, are paying for the Medicare supplement, guys, don't go through that. Go through a Medicare Advantage plan, get a PPO option for convenience, or an HMO if you want cost savings, and you will get international coverage. So don't think that you should be paying for that traveler's insurance, because you can get all that in an all-in-one package.
Not
within
not only
Medicare.
international, but in the U.S. too. Some people are scared to leave the state because they think that they're not going to get covered. So even if you leave the state, you'll still
Sure.
get any emergency in the state. They will see you. They're not going to deny you.
That's awesome.
For not coming in.
Yeah, that's for sure, for sure.
And my biggest question is, I ask you this over and over again. How do you know what policy is right for you? Are you actually going to sit and go through the cardiologist, the internist, the endocrinologist, all of these doctors and see which one's on plan and which one's not?
We
have
have
to.
to.
We have to.
We have to.
We
There's
have
no
to.
other option because.
Perfect.
Okay, let me really touch on this, because there's a lot of agents out there that will just, to get a quick sale on one of you guys, they'll just sign you up with any plan. But we're brokers, so we have all the carriers. So we really take our time. We really make sure that all your doctors are in network and your medications, because if they're not, you're going to end up leaving the policy in the first place. So we don't want to waste your time, or we don't want to waste our time. We're going to make sure that your doctors are in network, number one, and your medications.
For sure. And there's still an option to change. So if you guys in January 1st or in February or even in March had decided on a new plan and realize that your doctor's not in network, just give us a call, 954-614-5488, and find out what plan does, so that we can get you exactly what you need.
Yeah, you still have the opportunity. We actually just got an email from a carrier saying that all the way up till July, they're pushing it farther because of the hurricane that came by, and some people missed out on the opportunity to sign up. So,
Well, I don't know about what hurricane that really came by, but
well, they're
Yeah,
blaming the
yeah.
hurricane, so they're letting people
Yeah.
still sign up all the way till July.
basically the state of Florida declared a
State of emergency?
natural disaster, a state of an emergency last, I think it was September or October, and they're extending it to July. That's good for everybody, because now those that do want to make a change, instead of having to wait until October, you can make a decision now, right now, and find out if you can get something better.
Yeah.
You can help anyone anywhere in the state, just not in this Tri-County area.
No, we can help anyone
We
in
can
the whole
help out
state, and
anyone.
even out of state.
Correct.
We're licensed in other
Correct.
states as well.
So there are some enrollment periods that, like for example, the Marketplace, Obamacare, and employer coverage. Right now, that is going to be closed for the moment, unless you make under 150% poverty, if you're under that threshold. But as for Medicare, 65 years and older, you qualify right now. There's an enrollment period all the way until July 31st, I believe. So
Yeah.
yes,
July 31st.
correct.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
amazing. I mean, there's a lot of people that want to switch, and they don't know. They don't understand that they still have the opportunity.
Yeah. I'm going to a client's house today, and she goes, I didn't know I can switch. And I thought I had to wait till October. I said, no, you can make a decision today.
Yeah.
Right, if you wanted to. And she said, yeah, come on over. And you know, a lot of people have misinformation. So guys, make sure you guys understand, if you can make a change and you need to make a change for something that is going on with the plan, please call us, guys. 954-614-5488. Again, that's 954-614-5488. And find out more information, guys. It's very important. Your future.
Because you gotta go. Even if you have a plan, they should call you, because I know people that went on cruises, came back, and they're sick, and they don't know that they have coverage.
That's correct. Yeah.
I mean, they're like up in arms, so they should give you a call even if they have a plan.
I mean, you should, even if you don't want to switch, you should still see what is the competitors, what do they have to offer. Maybe we can beat it. Maybe we can. If we can't beat it, we'll tell you, listen, you need to stay on that plan because what they're giving you is tremendous. We're not going to change someone just because the plan is better. No.
Exactly. And we have all the options, so make sure you guys understand that.
Please call us at 954-614-5488 if you have any questions. Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.
And thanks for tuning in.
I appreciate it, you guys. You guys have a great rest of your day.
Thanks for watching the All-in-One Medicare Show. Tune in each week to learn about the best Medicare group to help with your Medicare plan needs. If you have any questions or would like to be on the show, call 954-614-5488 or go to allinOnebenefits.com. Let's resolve it all in one.